I'm doing today. Today, I want to talk about vehicles that can be done for under $100 between the $55 and $99 price point. These are the vehicles that I've chosen um, for that specific reason. Some of them will not be made, and I understand that. Some of them could be made. And we will go over them. Um, this is just Joe vehicles for. I'm doing Joe vehicles and then Cobra vehicles. Alright, well, let's get on with it. First up, we have the Polo Battle Bear, a ski-mobile which was first released in a box in U.S. Toy Stores in 1983. And the toy was also sold in 1984 and discontinued in 1985. The Polo Battle Bear was available from Hasbro Direct, Viva, mail-away offers from 1985 to 1991. This is a cool vehicle. I had it as a kid and I loved it. It was the only air snow vehicle I had until I got the Cobra Ice Saber. It holds three characters on it: one in the driver's seat, two in the back holding onto the rails. Or you can put one in the back, which works too. But it has two missiles and two guns on it. Then we have the Silver Mirage. The Silver Mirage is like the Ram cycle, but with a sidecar, and it has two missiles and a Divi cannon on it. The Silver Mirage was first released box in U.S. Toys R Us in 1985 and was sold in 1986 and was discontinued in 1987. Now, if I remember correctly, it also had a shield too for the back. Then we have the LCV Recon Sled, the low qual vehicle. The LVC Recon Sled, also known as low qual vehicle, was first released boxed in U.S. Toys R Us in 1986. It was also sold in 1987 and discontinued domestically in 1988. It was available for mail order offers from Hasbro Direct. I remember this in the cartoon, but it wasn't in many episodes. It was like in 2 or 3 episodes. I think they replaced it with the Ram cycle. But I mean, it could work in classified. I think it's a cool vehicle. It has two black wheels on it. The front wheels are kind of cool on it too. So I think it could be an awesome vehicle in classified. I can see it being a Night Force or Tiger Force repaint also. Then we have one of my favorites growing up, the Devilfish. The Devilfish was released in box in U.S. Toys R Us in 1986. It was also sold in 1987 and was discontinued domestically in 1988. Now, the Devilfish was an awesome vehicle, and if I were going to release this today, if you have a figure with it, I would use Shipwreck version 2 or 3, whichever one is the diver of the shipwrecks. And I give it to him. I think this is an awesome vehicle, and I love his use of the line. It has 4 missiles and 2 torpedoes on the bottom and 2 blackbirds at the front there. And it actually floated, so it was a cool little vehicle. It also has a repaint of a Tigerfish, which was first released box in U.S. Toys R Us in 1989 as part of a Tiger Force. It was also in 1990 and discontinued in 1991. Now, I never had the Tiger Force version of it. I always wanted this. The 2 vehicles with Tiger Force I never got was this one, Tiger Fish and Tiger Shark. And I always wanted them, but I had all the other ones. Like, except for the Tiger Hawk, which was the Tomahawk Tiger Force convention exclusive one. So those are 3 I never had. But yeah, I like the same deal. Two black on the front, four missiles, and two torpedoes at the bottom, and it floated, which is cool. I like the design of this a lot. Then we have a Swamp Smasher. The Swamp Smasher was the first released box in the U.S. Toy Store in 1988. It was also available in 1989 and discontinued in 1990. Now, I had it as a kid, but I had mine second hand, and I didn't know it was a G.I. Joe vehicle. I mean, I knew a G.I. Joe vehicle, but I didn't know I thought it was a Dreadnought vehicle. Um, and because of the color scheme, I didn't know it was on Joe's side, because mine didn't have any stickers on it. It was given to me by a friend, and has two missiles and a cannon on it. This would be a cool little vehicle. I would change the purple to black though. I would keep the purple. If you keep the purple, change the green to a different color, it clashes a lot. But I mean, it's a cool vehicle, and all three wheels, the triangle would rotate when it hits a bump, and it would go over it, which is a cool concept for a vehicle. Then we have the RVP, Remote Piloted Vehicle. Uh, okay. The Remote Piloted Vehicle was first released boxed in U.S. toy stores in 1988 and was available in 1989 and discontinued in 1990. Now, I thought it was a rocket station for the Joes. I thought that was a missile taking off, but I think it's a drone. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, a drone or a missile. I used it as a missile growing up. I didn't know about drones. Then we have the Radar Rats, the battlefield robots. This was first released box in the U.S. toy stores in 1989, and it was available in 1990 and discontinued in 1991. It's a little vehicle with the radar dish on it. It's great with communications. That's backblast on there. He was one of my favorite characters growing up. I hope they make him eventually. Um, this is a weird vehicle. Most people are shooting backwards on this. I don't know why they're shooting backwards. Um, would you guys want a vehicle like this in the line? I mean, are we, eventually, not anytime soon, but eventually for like world building. I mean, it'd be great for our communications, like mainframe, breaker, dial tone, one of those guys. Then we have a Tri-Blaster, Battlefield Robots. The Tri-Blaster was first released in box in US toy stores in 1989 and was also available in 1990 and discontinued in 1991. This is like a go-kart, if you ask me. Or indie style go-kart. Which is, it could be cool if they did today, but I would give it more paint apps, maybe change the colors of it. Make it green instead of gray. Like the Legos in Antenna Black. But it could be cool. Or make a Night Force little vehicle and make the um the vehicle black and make all the green bits orange reddish color. Then we have a vehicle that I do want in the line. I know it's a neon green or yellowish green, but the Badger was a really cool vehicle. The Badger was first released in box in US Toy Stores in 1991. It was discontinued in 1992. The mold was reused for 1983 to create the Crimson Cruiser. Now, the Badger is an awesome vehicle. I love this vehicle. I think it's a cool vehicle. It holds three characters. One, um, one in the seat and one on each side. Then we have the Crimson Cruiser, which was M. Bison. This is the only Street Fighter vehicle I'm bringing up. because it could be this could be done for the Crimson Guard if they wanted to, or the Crimson Vipers. The Crimson Cruiser could be released in box in U.S. Toy Stores in 1993, and including the driver M. Bison, which is what I wanted because I have an M. Bison from Jada, which would be perfect for this vehicle. And the Crimson Cruiser was discontinued in 1984. It's the same mold as the Badger. Now, I might actually it can hold more characters than I thought it could. One in the cockpit, with two on each side, and then one on the back, or two in the back. I think there's a page that back there. So yeah, that could hold multiple characters on it. This would probably be the $75 range. But then there's the Mudbuster. The Mudbuster was released in box in U.S. Toy Stores in 1993 and discontinued in 1984. The Mudbuster shares numerous number of parts with the Ice Snake, including the missiles, all missiles, the missile launcher, assembly, roll cage, and the rear axle platform. These parts, for the most part, are the same on the Ice Snake. This is a cool vehicle. I like this vehicle a lot. The bumper would pop out, and you can have a battery ram there. The roll cage would flip forward, and it had 3 missiles. And it held 5 characters. 2 on one on each side, 2 in the middle of the driver passenger, and then 1 in the back. It's a really cool vehicle. Then we have the Ninja Lightning title, or Ninja Lightning. Was first released in box in U.S. Toy Stores in 1993 and discontinued in 1994. Now, I know the yellow or greenish yellow neon color is off-putting, but I like the design of the motorcycle. And it'd be a good motorcycle for Snake Eyes. They just need to change that color to a darker color. Maybe black. But yeah, this would be another vehicle I would like to see in the line. And maybe change the missiles to not firing to guns, like machine guns or Gatling guns or something. Then we have the NLC Night Inning Craft. This first released in box in U.S. Toy Store in 2001. The box included driver Cutter version 4. So this could be where we get Cutter in the line. Not to be confused with the naming for Cobra. But the NLC is a pretty cool vehicle. It has 2 guns, one on each side, and a torpedo launcher, missile launcher on the left side, and a crane. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool vehicle. A one-seater. Then we have one that I would love to see in the line. It's the Sandrazor. Was released in the U.S. Toy Store in 2002 in box with the driver Dynasty version 7. This is a pretty cool little vehicle. It holds 3 characters, 2 on the top there and 1 in the driver's seat. It has a machine gun and a Gatling cannon in the front, and missiles on the top there. I really like to see this in the line. I think this would be a great vehicle. Even if you cut the top off of it and made a one-seater, it would still be an awesome vehicle. Then we have the Assault Quad for Gun-Ho version 10. The Assault Quad was released in U.S. Toy Store in 2002 and included Gun-Ho version 10. This is not the Ferret. It's a different version of an ATV. It has a Gatling cannon on the side there, or some sort of machine gun, and missile rack on the top there. I'm not sure if it was actually shot or not. I never had a vehicle, But it did make sounds, and it could do a sound gimmick and put this out and be a great vehicle. Then we have a Distant Coyote. This is a cool vehicle. I really enjoy this vehicle. The Distant Coyote was released in U.S. toy stores with the Pilot double clutch in 2003. The Distant Coyote featured action attack technology. A firing missile and rotating gunner station. The thumb wheel located on the back of the vehicle operated the turret, motion, weapon, sounds, and switched to either position. While the motion of the wheel wheels activated the sound only with the switch in play mode. The Distant Coyote was also released in 2004, stripped of its sound attack technology and released with double clutch also. This is another cool vehicle. You'll see a better look at that later on. There's another color version I want to show. This is an initial vehicle. It is for Snake Eyes. There are 3 versions of it in 2004. The Snake Eyes version, Storm Shadow version, and Kamakura version. And it does have a firing missile at the front. And we call it kickstand and rotating wheels. Then we have a Neuralizer. The Neuralizer released box in U.S. toy stores in the Gyro Bat Blast version 3 in 2004. Neuralizer is a tank, kind of like the Armadillo. If they ever made this, I really hope they do. They make the treads roll. It doesn't need sound or anything, but it does hold 2 characters, which is pretty cool. One sitting forward, one sitting backwards. And there's a little satellite dish on it too, which is pretty cool. Then we have another Assault Quad. This Assault Quad, Operation Avalanche, was released boxed in U.S. toy stores as part of a Kmart exclusive. Operation Avalanche box set. This set included the Assault Quad, 2 air assault gliders, Snake Eyes version 13, Dusty version 7, Iron Grenadier version 2, and Storm Shadow. This was the same as the Assault Quad, except with different guns on the back. Alright guys, this is part 1 of part 2 of 2 parts. I'm going to do the second part tomorrow for you guys. But this is 20 vehicles, and I will have another 20 for you tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoyed this look at all these vehicles that could possibly come to the line. Some of them more likely than others. Some of them will probably never see online. But I thought it'd be cool to look at all the past vehicles. And these are all vehicles Hasbro could put in the store that are, from the $55 range to $99 range. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hope you all have a great day. This is Triple C signing off. Make sure you smash that like button for me. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. And Yo Joe!